Yeah, I'm back. Everything went pretty much according to plan. It's a little bit more humid here than I thought. So, I don't know, I'm kind of getting acclimatized. Feels a little bit good. I'm at Chick-fil-A, nice Christian Roblox restaurant. Just kind of waiting for Leo and Mace to arrive. Not a lot going on. I'm not sure how many hours of sleep I got, but probably not a lot. I took one of those like 5-hour energy drink things. Feels good to be off the plane and stuff, though. Dang. I don't even think, looking at first class seats, it's just, there's hardly a difference between first class seats and just regular seats. It's like you're paying, I don't know, like $175, not $175, but $100 or $75 extra just to get like a couple inches more leg room and like be able to recline or something. I mean, the seats are pretty much the same except maybe a little bit more cushioned. I mean, shoot, I don't know. I don't have a stand for this, but it'd be nice if they just did away with the whole first class sort of thing. If they just made all the seats kind of the same, more comfortable. I don't know. Maybe people wouldn't complain about flights so much, or is it? I don't know. Part of the system. Do they need to do that to make money? I don't know. People got to fly, so they'll fly however they can. So I don't know. I'm too scatterbrained to actually form any real tangent right now. So how was your guys' night? Mine wasn't too good. Just kind of like sleeping on and off, on and off. Where did I put this? Put this here? Yeah, put this here. And how's the live stream as well? Hopefully it's not like too laggy. I think the internet here might be better than the internet over at the other airport. And also, look at the size of this blueberry, man. Look at that. It's huge. Why'd you only sleep for 3 hours? Were you like anxious or something? Or just go to bed like super late? Oh, what do you think of Gattaca? Obviously, the only reason I like it is because Jude Law's in it. Because, like, how can you not like something Jude Law is in? I mean, if you don't, what's wrong with you? I think, like, Jude Law is probably the most or second most charismatic person in Hollywood right now. I'd say he's actually more charismatic than Robert Downey Jr. He's more versatile as an actor, I think. Downey's he's like an energetic Keanu Reeves. You know, they're good in certain roles. Other roles, not so much. Role play game camp. Okay. Nerd. Loser. What, Dungeons and Dragons sort of thing? I don't even know how that stuff works. Like, what do you mean, like a role play camp? Like, you go camping and you bring like a board along or something? You bring like a book? How does that work? Is it like Stranger Things and you like go camp out in like someone's basement, and not like an insulting way, I just mean like, is that what happens? I don't know. Explain. I should probably find a charging port somewhere around here after I finish eating this. The portions here are huge. I'm not complaining. I don't even remember how much this was, but I probably should. Also, my card finally started working again, so now I'm not worried about starving to death. Yeah, this is pretty big. You got some knuckle cracking ASMR. Oh man. I think Leo and them are supposed to get here like around 12, so I got 2 hours left. Probably live stream for those 2 hours. I don't think I'll live stream when I'm with them though. It might just be super awkward. I don't know. Or maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you want awkward. Spice it up a bit. You guys, I'm so mean. You guys got any like furries attending the LARPs or whatever? You got some cool cats coming down over there, you know? The whole role play world just seems like incredibly foreign to me. It's never been something I'm that into. I did it like online once, like fighting stuff, but it just, I don't know, I never caught my fancy or whatever. Now, you see, the concept is cool, but in reality, like, it just wouldn't work. That's probably why your biologist friend kind of didn't like it, because it's if you know that stuff, I guess it's hard to get past the inaccuracies, you know? Like for instance, everything would be like so easy to hack the system, I guess. All you need is just someone else's DNA. Or like, it's been a while since I've watched the movie, but there are quite a few like leaps in logic on some stuff. In the end of the day, I don't think it's supposed to be entirely realistic. It's mostly like a metaphor for categorizing people and like pushing yourself past the natural limitations you're born with to accomplish something greater. You know, it's like the science fiction version of like Hidalgo or Chariots of Fire, or maybe not Chariots of Fire. Definitely Hidalgo though. Also Hidalgo. That's a very slept-on Viggo Mortensen movie. I love that. Like the last 20 minutes of that movie is like pure adrenaline. I never thought like horse racing would actually be cool in a movie. It's like Seabiscuit bored me to death. And like Hidalgo comes along, and they're threatening to cut off like Viggo's fingers in the desert, and you know there's like sand pits, and he's having hallucinations. and running from sandstorms. It's just freaking awesome. You beat each other with foam swords. That actually sounds kind of fun. Okay, 10% battery. I'll be right back. I'm gonna look for somewhere with like a charging port that I can like steal. So hang on, guard my food. I might actually have to pack this up and just go find somewhere that has one because I don't see any nearby, and I'm not going to wander throughout the food court just leaving all the stuff unattended. So I want to stay close to the Chick-fil-A though, because I know, like I don't even have to say where I am. I just know that Leo and Mace are going to stop by here. I mean, it's Chick-fil-A. It's like moth to candle. Is that the expression? Or is it like fly to a candle? Or no, it's moth to a burning candle. That's what it is, right? Yeah, I think that's what it is. No. Oh, come on. I think I accidentally shoplifted this from Spokane. Shoot. I feel horrible. I must have just stuck this. Did I stick this in my bag while I was live streaming? I didn't even notice. I feel horrible. Crud. Shoot. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to fly when I fly back. I'm gonna have to go back to the store. I'm gonna have to pay for this then. If I can, like, if it's the exact same airport. Pretty sure it will be. Crud. Well, at least now I have like reading material while I'm here. I can finish this. Orion shoplifts on stream. This is perfect. Don't take me as an example, okay? I promise, okay? If anyone is watching, if anyone sees this, I will return this. I promise. Cross my heart and hope to die, okay? God. Oh man. It's Sharp Objects. It's a book by Gillian Flynn, and it's been adapted into an HBO miniseries. I've said this like 6 times already. I feel like I'm just advertising products on the live stream now. You like this shirt? It's from CoolTshirts.com. Check it out. So is this hat. Awesome hat. Go check them out. Okay. Out with the old, in with the new, as they say. Not eating that. Okay. my own promo code. Yeah, we'll see about that. I can't believe I did that. I probably did it on live stream too. I probably just shoved the book in my backpack like an idiot, like for everyone to see. Criminal minds. Okay, let's find a trash can. It's right over here. Got my bag, finally, thankfully. All right, let's go find a little charging station, hopefully close by. There's got to be one. Maybe. Wait, I think I found one. Maybe. There's just USB ports. Ah, here's one. Hey, wait, I like the scenic view better. Here. Guess can I sit on this? I don't know if I'm supposed to. It's like a grid. I don't know. It's not very comfortable though. Nah, I'm gonna move back over here. My water bottle fell out over there. Gotta go get it. Alright. This should do the trick. Get some better prop. Okay, just hang on a second. Just blending into the crowd in my pink long sleeve shirt. Oh wait, yeah, I need to get that salad. I haven't eaten it. You know how you get super hungry, but then when you finally get something to eat, it's been so long that your stomach is just kind of like numbing itself and you're not hungry anymore. And like, you know, your body needs to eat, but you can't stuff it down. That's how I feel right now. So I need nutrition, but it's like an arduous task to like shove this down my throat. Like my stomach doesn't want it, and it definitely needs it, but yeah, you know how it is. I'm just glad I can actually use my debit card now. Yeah, so now I don't have just $20 to my name. It's very nice. Thank you, local bank, for being so horrible. much time do I have left before they get here? Let's see, 10. It's like a little less than 2 hours. It's fast charging. I should probably post this to Twitter. Okay. Nah, I'm the one who's waiting. I'm no runaway. At least not yet. Unless they catch me for the unintentional shoplifting. Yeah, all 7 of us, one hotel room. There's only one bed, so we're gonna have to fight over who gets the bed. No, I don't know if I'm allowed to disclose much about that. I will say, like, we do have a place to get though, and it's kind of spacious. Are you trying to find out where we are? I think we're gonna be in like as far as I know, I don't know for sure, but I think we're gonna be in like a hotel for like tonight, and then the next day, then we go into like this place that we booked a while ago, the nicer place, because like whoever we booked with like screwed something up, or like took advantage of the system or whatever, and like I don't know. I'm not in on all the details. I'll accuse the detail man, but yeah. So we have to stay in a hotel for like one night, and then we'll go to the place we actually booked, that we were supposed to be in this night. Hello there. They think it kind of sucks, but I like hotels. You know, maybe it's like a thing because I've like been in like so many. I just have like this fondness for hotels. The thing is though, with hotels, you gotta do 2 things when you rent one. Especially like, and I'm not talking like high-end hotels. I'm talking like Motel 6s, Super 8s, even like Hamilton Inns and Hamilton Holiday Inns. I don't know, stuff like that, and even like maybe higher end stuff. You gotta do 2 things. You have to check the sheets, because sometimes the housekeepers, they're so lazy. All they do is just flip the sheets around, and it's disgusting. So you gotta make sure you check the sheets, and you also have to check your air conditioning, especially in the summer, because what happens is they don't clean the filters. You pull the filter out, and it's just like clogged full of like mold and lint and stuff, and it's gross, because if you don't do that, you just breathe that in all night. That's why most people who go to hotels for like an extended period end up like getting some sort of virus or cold or something, like something minor. But always like, it's a downer. I learned to start checking all the air conditioning units and like central heating units or whatever. Back when I was in Mississippi, I got this bad case of strep throat one time, and I was I think it was about 2 weeks, lasted about 2 weeks, and It was just at one point, like, I couldn't even speak. My throat was just all slashed up. And I think it actually kind of damaged it a little bit, which is why my voice is kind of it doesn't last very long before it gets hoarse. And I was just coughing nonstop, and I couldn't eat anything. Man, I've hallucinated quite a lot. I started hallucinating too because like I was just delirious from being sick all the time. And all that was happening was I was at home in a chair doing all the stuff that I could to get well, and I was next to an AC unit, because it was so hot. I was trying to cool off. I finally tell my dad, or I'm gasping. I'm telling him, maybe check the air conditioner, Dad. He goes to check it. The filter to the AC unit is full of black mold. It's like, come on, man. I'm trying to get better. I'm just getting worse because I'm sitting next to like an actual disease manufacturer or like a sickness manufacturer. So that's pretty much my staple. That's how I found out hotels. Like I pull them out. Usually they don't clean them at all. Like the ratio of hotels I've seen that clean the air conditioning units, it's like two out of 10 hotels do. 8 out of 10 times you're probably bound to have like this horribly gunked up AC unit in your hotel room. With the sheets, probably it's like I'd say it's like less of a chance that your sheets have just been turned inside out. It's like a 4 out of 10 chance. 4 times out of 10, 3 times out of 10, maybe 3 times out of 10 instead, I mean, I'm not saying, wait, am I saying that? If you stay in a hotel 10 times, does that mean 3 of the times you stayed in it, the sheets were bad? I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying that there's like a 70%, a 30% chance that they haven't. I'm not saying it's a guarantee. I'm just saying like there's a 30% chance that they haven't been changed and they're just flipped. Yeah. Yeah, have a good day. Enjoy yourself. No, actually, I'm curious because it's actually been about like it's almost been about a year since I've stayed in a hotel because when I was living out of my car for 2 months, there was like a half a month previous to that where all I did was just stay in hotels. That was when I was like really getting into it. But since then, I haven't been in one. I'm curious if you go there. Let me know if you check like the filter, the pull-out filter, if they have one on your AC unit. Let me know if it's like clogged or anything, because I bet you it is. Like it depends. Like I don't. Can you say like what hotel you're staying at? Like what type? Like the brand or not? If it's like one of those Super 8 or like Motel 6 type of hotels, I'm gonna guarantee you it probably is clogged. If it's not, then like I'm gonna be flabbergasted. If there's not like some stuff in there, I'm gonna be like blown away. Most of the hotels that I did stay at, to be fair, they were down south. Down south, people just have a terrible hygiene upkeep, in my opinion. Everything's like, I guess it's harder to upkeep because it's so humid and hot all the time. It's harder to work, maybe. Things like corrode and get dirtier faster. That's why like the south is so dirty and like the north is so clean. It might be a southern thing. I don't know. Because like the last time I stayed in a hotel up north would have been like a while ago. Most of the hotel stuff I did was down south, like Mississippi, Louisiana, and all the places like around there. Not Texas though. I don't think I've ever stayed in a hotel in Texas. Also, people from Texas, screw people from Texas. I mean, not like all people from Texas are bad, but like that stereotype that people are always bragging about how they're from Texas, it's true. They do that all the time. At least most of them. There are some good eggs, but I'm just saying like, I was like, give me a break, man. Come on, am I not allowed to say it's hot out? Oh, I'm from Texas. This is nothing. Well, whatever. I don't care. It's like that guy who, like, just like in the wintertime at school, or just like on campuses, or just like on the street or whatever. In winter, they like go around with like a t-shirt on. Those guys are just jerks, honestly. Show offs. They're probably freezing. They're probably so uncomfortable, but they're just trying to be tough or something. Absolutely ridiculous. Is this charging? Okay, 14%. What's this? Your service contract. Holiday Inn. Let's see, Holiday Inn. I don't know, they tend to keep stuff pretty clean. There have been times when I have been there that the filters have been clogged. I've been to a Holiday Inn maybe, I don't know, probably 8 or more times, probably 8 or 10 times in my life, which maybe doesn't sound like a lot, but I think it is. I don't know. Usually they're pretty good. I don't know, they're more of like the upper end of like the chain hotel stuff. You might get lucky, you might get lucky and then find the lint. That's how you get lucky. You get lucky by finding the bad one. Holiday Inns, those are the ones that usually have like the cool swimming pools, right? Or is that wait, no. Or is that what's the other one? Not Four Seasons. I remember when I was small, when we used to stay in hotels a lot. I would always tell my parents that they needed to find a hotel with a pool in it, otherwise I wouldn't want to stay in the hotel. I was kind of a bratty kid sometimes. Still am. I don't know. The thing is though is that it's like they're the adults, right? They can make the decisions. And I wouldn't have gotten too upset at the time. I remember this very clearly. And I was actually kind of frustrated at this too, because they would spend like 2 hours and it would be like, 10:30 at night or something. And then they'd find the hotel. They'd spend like 2 hours looking for it, or an hour looking for it. And then like you hardly have any time to go swimming. So like, what was the point? And I remember getting like frustrated at them because, I tell them, well, come on, you guys should have made this decision, independent of me. I'm a child. Save yourself on the time and expenses, and actually get us a place that we could have gotten into earlier. You don't always have to listen to your kid. I mean, I didn't say it like that, but at the time, that's how I felt. It's like with my dad. Like, I swear, even he does this even now when I'm driving with him. When I'm a passenger seat, like I'll be on my phone. I'll be like, I like to sleep in cars quite a lot. It's like one of the best things ever, is sleeping in like the passenger seat of a car. Best thing ever. Second, or one of those. And he'll actually get mad at me whenever he messes up directions or something, because he's like, oh, you could have paid attention to this. You could have done this. You should have told me about that. And I just tell him, you're the driver, man. You're supposed to be doing that. And he gets mad at me. Not like super mad at me, but he gets irritated. It's true though. I mean, if you're driving the car, you're supposed to be responsible for where the car goes. I mean, don't get on the passenger's case because they weren't paying attention. I mean, that's your job, right? Am I wrong? Ugh. Let's see, 30 minutes have passed. Let's see, it's almost 10:30. Okay, like an hour and a half left. With any luck, they might be here early. I should probably tell them that I'm going to be at Chick-fil-A, though. I know I said they'd be attracted to it like moths to a flame, or candlelight, or shoot, I don't know, whatever it was. I should probably just say, You, they're not the type of guys where you can make a live stream complaining about waiting for them, and they'll like figure out where you are. You have to tell them. Um. By the way, I'm at the wait no, dang it. I feel like I shouldn't say. No, everyone can probably guess where I am anyway. Um. What? Another? I'm like, what? So apparently, what is going on? We were supposed to stay in one type in what like in this and I'm not gonna say we were supposed to stay in one type of hotel, and now they've changed it to where we go to a different one. This is ridiculous. I hope it stays like this, and they don't change it again. We should get like a refund. Or like they should pay for something exponentially more expensive than the night we were supposed to be at this one place. Or maybe they are. I don't know. I think there's a swimming pool. Okay, so I need to. Wait, Chick-fil-A. How do you spell it? Filet, I guess. I don't know. Filet. The way they spell it. Wait, Chick. I can't see the rest of the letters. The way Chick-fil-A spells it, it's like F-I-L. Phil. Yeah, filet. That's different than how you like spell an actual like a salmon fillet. It's like F-I-L-L. No, F-I. Is it two L's or one L? F-I-L-L-E-T. It looks like fillet.
Project during construction is underway, and we apologize for any inconvenience. Please note that taxi service can be found on the lower level, just outside bag claims number 3 and 10. Thank you for using Reagan.
Here, hang on, dang it. Sorry, the chat lags behind when I'm on Discord. Okay, let me see. Am I going to swim? I don't know. Usually, I don't usually like to swim. I don't know. I'm very self-conscious when I swim. Usually, it's like it was weird that I actually did that one, like for the third vlog on the second channel. It's like the first time I've swam in like ages. It was fun, but I don't know. I probably won't swim. I have some swim clothes and stuff, but I don't know if I'll actually get in the water. Yeah, why do they spell it different? Filet? I guess not to confuse people. Good job, Chick-fil-A. You're simplifying things for everyone. Just like Marvel. Chick-fil-A is the Marvel of fast food. No. Oh, shoot. Here, I'm actually gonna set this up here. I'm tired of bending over. Here, let's see. Come on. Come on. There we go. That feels better. Oh. It's kind of overcast today. You know, most people get depressed during overcast weather. I love it, honestly. There's something about too much blue sky that gets to me. When I lived in Wyoming, it was just like there was no shield from the sun. Everything, well, I was in Rock Springs at the time. Everything was just flat. Everything was exposed to the sun. And I was just like hardly any clouds. Everything just like beat down on you all the time. I don't know. To me, it gets hard on your eyes, if you know what I'm saying. Even if you're wearing sunglasses, you can only do so much. I like more very very introverted, very very cloudy, stuff like that. Very very moody. I don't know. I like this kind of weather. Not all the time. You got to have some sunshine, but to me, it's like a good blanket, and it keeps everything a good temperature. Things aren't too bright, things aren't too hot. Like your car doesn't heat up as much. When you go to like pull the handle, it doesn't burn your hand. That's kind of cool. Clouds are awesome. Clouds, like, people don't talk about how cool clouds are. Like, I don't know. I feel like people stop looking up at the sky and just like watching clouds go by because everyone's just like so focused on their phones. I sound like an old person. Like those kids, they don't take the time to smell the roses or whatever. But I don't know. As a Hayao Miyazaki fan, I'm a big cloud observer. I couldn't tell you anything about formations of clouds. I just like looking at them because it's like if you have like the right kind of setting, it literally feels like like everything's just kind of like moving around. Oh, here we go. I'm getting a call from Ford, I think. Here. Shoot. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna see. I think Ford tried to call me, but I don't know if I can answer while I'm on a live stream. So I'm gonna get off for a second and call him back. See if I'm missing anything. If not, I'll hop back on. So hang on a sec. Okay. This is here. Hang on. I want to show you guys before it stops. Here, let me take these glasses off. They're I don't know if this is common or not, but shoot, is it too dark to see? Hope not. Where did it go? Crud, there are like two like sparrows flying around in here somewhere. Dang it, where did they go? Ah, shoot. I'll have to keep an eye out for them. Dang it, I missed it. Darn it, Ford. It's your fault. We missed the sparrows. There were like two little birds just like flying around in here somewhere. I don't know if I see them again. I'll have to get them on camera. I need to finish the salad. No, yeah, Ford was calling, so he just was saying it might be early, so we're gonna get like some lunch or whatever. I don't know. There's that stomach again saying I crave sustenance, but I reject it at the same time. I hate this. Come on, settle, man. Shoot, I just don't know if I can eat. I've been like trying so hard to like put on weight and muscle and stuff, but it's like impossible. Am I just too young to start doing that yet? Do I need to wait like a couple more years? Because like I see all these other people my age, and like it's not like they're muscular, but they're thick. They got like a thickness to them. They got a lot of they're thick like Mal. Like what do I have to do to like bulk up or whatever? I mean, shoot. I feel like Leo and Mace are just gonna like, at some point, I'm just gonna be so invested in the stream, they're gonna come up on both sides of me from behind, and they're just gonna like, yeah, they're just gonna like, scare me. Someone might die. I don't know. Are you leaving? Okay, well, see ya. Where have you folks going? What? Waffles. Eat waffles. I don't know. I don't like bread. I feel like I eat a ton, but it's like zero nutrition at all. Like I fill up, but it doesn't feel like I'm accomplishing anything. It's like the epitome of like a frivolous fullness, you know. And I feel like the Jolly Green Giant, but instead of muscle, it's just like lots of fat. It's like the bloated Green Giant. It's not like I have a gluten intolerance, you know. I eat bread, I feel fine. I feel fine. But if I eat like a couple waffles, I just don't like the feeling that much, you know. It's just like too much filler. I like to just like get to like the meat of stuff, you know. Like I feel like bread is like dessert that's not sweet, you know. It's like you don't need bread really. I mean, I know bread is it's like a base building product of civilization. Bread is essential to like building blocks, but in like today's society, you don't really need bread to survive. It's more or less just a thing that people use. Or like I don't know, if you're super poor, then like bread is a huge staple because like it fills you up and it's cheap. But you know, I tell you what, if I had the money though, I would probably try eating vegan for some time because I've tried like vegan stuff. It's not like I'm anti animal killing and stuff. I love myself some meat. I'm actually not a huge fan of bacon. I don't know why. I don't know. I like pork, like you know fried pork steak and whatever, but I don't like bacon that much. It's okay. But I've tried like vegan stuff before. I don't know. It feels good going down, and I like the taste. It's like different and stuff. I like alternative foods or whatever. It's interesting. It's super expensive though, so I probably wouldn't try it. Wouldn't try doing that unless I like got rich or something. Because like if you're not rich, being a vegan sucks. I've seen like people talk about it before. It's like they live on like beer and bread. What do I think of potatoes? I like red potatoes. Like if you take red potatoes and you like put them in a skillet with some butter, like a cast iron skillet that's been well seasoned and oiled, you know, fry them up with some butter, and maybe some spam on the side, but not like too much spam. Too much spam is like too much heavy flavor. But yeah, I like red potatoes a lot. I like boiled red potatoes. Like the regular Idaho potatoes, I'm not too big on. I like sweet potatoes. I can only eat like one though, and then I'm done. I can't like eat any more than one. It's just too much. So potatoes are cool, you know. The reason I like the red ones though is because even though the skin is like super thin, it has like this kind of bitter acidicness that it still like survives being cooked. Like if you boil it, you can fry it, bake it, whatever. It still has that acidicness. I don't know, maybe that's a turnoff for some people, but I really like that bite that like a good red potato has. And they're small too. They're like petite. I don't like huge like portions of potato. It's like again with the bread thing. Too much potato is never a good thing. No, never go full potato. Yeah, you can't eat bread without eating something else alongside it. I definitely agree. Matt, what is that line? Man shall not live off of bread alone. Yeah, very good line. Very accurate line. Wait, shoot. My phone should be charging. I haven't been charging it. Crud. Yeah, I'm at the Reagan Airport right now. Oh, shoot. I said it before anyway. I'm at the Reagan Airport right now outside like the Chick-fil-A place. If you want to come and kidnap me, go ahead. I don't care. I mean, I care a little bit, but like not a ton. Oh, water is the best. I probably drink too much water. I have to go to like the bathroom all the time, but I don't know, like it really cleans your system out. I like just constantly like just drinking water. It just feels good, you know. I, I swear, if I did not like drink water and snack all the time, I probably would have picked up smoking just because it looks cool. And I have this oral fixation. I have to be like eating or chewing something. I don't like gum though. I have to be like snacking or drinking water. What do I think about pizza? Pizza is cool, but again, the whole bread thing, I just don't like the feeling of it. Flatbread pizza is nice. Have you ever had cauliflower crust pizza? It's like pizza, but it's made out of, well, like the dough is made out of cauliflower flour. It's super good. Like you can make it at home. If you get the, you don't have to taste water. Yeah, from visionary director Guillermo del Toro, The Taste of Water. And it's just like someone drinking like Dasani water for 2.5 hours. It's over the top, anti-biblical symbolism. Best picture winner. I think what was I saying? Pizza, yeah. Okay, cauliflower pizza. Yeah, you can make it at home. Just buy like a couple of heads of cauliflower. You know those plastic choppers. You know, they have like the sharp grates in the middle. You know, you put it over stuff and then you press down on it. Those, get one of those. Get a couple of heads of cauliflower. Just like press them down really finely, and then you can. I forget what else you add, but you can make like it's kind of brittle, so you have to be careful with it. But you can make like a sort of like a base to put your pizza on, and then you slide that in the oven. And it's like a super thin crust, but it tastes great, and it's not as like overwhelming as like eating like this. I have no idea how people eat like thick crust pizza. Oh man, like I can eat a ton if I need to or if I want to. I could like gorge myself on stuff, but like if it has bread in it, I can't do it. It's just, ugh. No, cauliflower pizza is awesome. I am. I swear I'm not a huge hipster or whatever. I just like trying different stuff, you know. Hey man, nice hoodie. Yeah. Why is no one saying anything about that? Whatever. You guys are lame.
Yes. Now you want to go with this
Crud.
Gabby. You didn't want to go with this Gabby.
Shoot, I don't want to eat this. I just don't want to eat this. Gotta get that roughage, you don't get that fiber.
I won't say it.
Whenever I see someone out of the corner of my eye sauntering by with like curly hair and like a really tight white t-shirt and khaki shorts, I'm just like, it's got to be Leo. But it's not. It's just like some middle-aged guy. All the time.
Oh, look at that thing. Holy, Jackie. You can go and wait. You have to get right all those trucks, yeah?
Well, it's a performance. I've already said like, I've gone up on stage and like talked about stuff before. Like it does not bother me at all. I mean, it's like you get an adrenaline rush, but it's something that I definitely can handle. It's just like if I get invited to like not like a party but like a social gathering, oh man, that just sucks. Like if I don't initiate how like the setup goes, I can't do it. I think I've already said this, but yeah, it has to be something that I orchestrate first, or like that I have like the control over. If I don't have control over the setup of like the social situation, then everything just like falls apart. Or just like I have to try like super hard to like get it to work. The whole being out in public stuff, like the CHF stuff. It's kind of like therapy almost. you know. But I don't know if it's like the best kind of therapy because it's like very one-sided, you know. Like you only develop like a certain aspect of like being social. It's not like incredibly genuine, I guess, which is a shame. I don't know, it's sort of genuine, but it's not like I don't know. How do you describe it? I don't know. I don't know. What's the charge at? 21%. Why? For some reason, my phone says it wants to connect to the Roku at my house. It says resume playing. Wait, what? Resume playing some like YouTube video. Maybe I think I forgot to just like close that notification on my phone. If I had to kill one member of the BCC, what would I have to do? I don't even know what would I have to do. What? Who would it be? Are you saying like pick like my least favorite member? Or are you saying like pick let's see. I don't know. Just like I don't know. Probably just Mal. Probably just pick him just because. Just like got a little bit of a Stockholm syndrome thing going on, if you know what I mean. Oh, she. Probably Mal. Yeah. Just because it's a running joke. Poor guy. Now, a better question is you'd ask me how would I do it? Because I mean, it's easy to say like who, and it's like it's harder to say how. Cue the Mission Impossible theme. Oh, by the way, Fallout is so good. Ah, shoot, I'm still thinking about that movie. I want to go see it with everyone at Brick Fair. Not like the whole convention. I mean, like I want to see it with like the other ECCers. Yeah, I am going to Brick Fair. Yeah. Yeah, I saw. You want me to go like? You want me to go beat him up? Yeah, yeah, whatever. I just treat the whole convention. Go see Fallout in like IMAX. Just like treat the whole convention. Take everyone that goes to Brick Fair to see Fallout in IMAX. What made me decide to stream this and Yesterday's Misfortune? I was bored and I wanted to try something new. I'm a big fan of. It's not like I watch them all the time. I do like Twitch streamers who do like IRL streams where they just like go out like on the street or they like go on Tinder dates or they like live stream it. And usually it's like pretty cringy, but they do like get up to interesting conversations. And I thought that the shirt that I'm wearing actually, the reason I bought this is because it was worn and like advertised by the guy who made it, who's an IRL Twitch streamer and has his own like YouTube channel and stuff. He was like with the Filthy Frank iDubbbz gang back when they were still making videos together. I just thought it'd be kind of cool because I'm like ripping off like all of those people. I thought I should do like the IRL Twitch streamer ripoff. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, or like what I wanted to do. I think it's going pretty well. I like this sort of thing. I want to do this more often. Not like all the time. I don't want to like flood the channel with just IRL streams. But this is kind of fun. I think. I don't know. Maybe you guys are literally just sitting in one static angle watching me talk. That's all you're doing. I like it's weird, but if I was you, I would not be watching this because this is not what I find entertaining to me. It's entertaining to do, but I definitely would not be watching this right now. I'd be like doing something else. Yeah, you gotta you have to see it. Like I haven't seen a ton of movies this year, but I've seen about like I think I've seen like 20 movies this year, which might seem like a ton in like the grand scheme of things, but people who actually like watch movies professionally, they see like I don't know, they've seen like 80 by now. I haven't seen like critical darlings like You Were Never Really Here and Thoroughbreds and Lean on Pete and Mandy. I really want to see that. Nicolas Cage, stuff like that. I need to see those. Also, there was like the new Lars von Trier film that came out. What is it? The House That Jack Built. I really want to see that. I won't be able to because they're not out on theaters here, and I don't go to advanced screenings, and I have to wait for like the Blu-ray or something. But Fallout it's like in its own genre. It's like incredibly hard to beat. Like it's hard. Like it's my favorite action movie of all time currently right now. At least I'm riding off the hype of it. And it's just so like, yeah. At first I was like, do I want to put it like below The Raid? Do I want to put it below Pacific Rim or Mad Max Fury Road? The thing is though, even though I rated those movies a 10 out of 10, I still find like there's still like problems I have with them, either like technical or just like tonally that I have problems with. Like some of the CGI in like Mad Max Fury Road isn't like the greatest. And sometimes it's just like the characters don't have that much to do. It is a very character-driven story, but sometimes the characters just aren't that engaging. And I don't like how in car scenes, like they're in the desert with these giant roaring cars, right? Inside the cars when they're like talking, there's like no sound. There's like some wind rustling by. It's incredibly distracting. I think there's like some scenes like that in Fallout, but there's so much like emotional weight to the dialogue scenes that it's like you don't notice. And I think if you did include like the technical aspect of like the roaring sound of the engine, it would drown out. It would like break the style of the movie. But like Fallout, it's probably one of the most flawless movies I've seen. Now I have to see it again, and I'm probably wrong. There's probably flaws with it. But first time seeing it, I did have problems with the script at one point, but then like they turned it around and they made it work. I tried thinking of flaws and I can't. Does it have to have more than just good action, like a more developed? Okay, so yeah, a lot of what action movies get wrong is they think it's either all about the action or it's all about the story. So they focus too much on one aspect. What most action films don't realize is that while we're there for the action, we don't want to watch two people beat each other up, all right? Well, at least I don't, because that's boring. Watching like people fight with like no emotional context is boring. There has to be stakes, there has to be threats, there has to be like attachment to it. That is kind of like what most games do as well. But like with Fallout, what I like about this and what like Mad Max Fury Road and The Raid has is that the action scenes are driven by the emotion of the characters. So like when like an action scene happens, it's related to like the drama that the characters are going through. As Ethan Hunt's arc kind of builds and sways, so does the action. It's like a orchestra almost. You have like the conductor are the characters, and the orchestra, the symphony, is the action. So you have the one conductor, which is Ethan Hunt, and then the symphony, but like the orchestra, is the action that he's conducting, and he's conducting it like through his character, like his character arc and development and stuff like that. And it's a perfect harmony of action and character, like smashed into one. Everything drives itself. The Raid. Well, there's The Raid and there's The Raid 2. They're both Indonesian action films, but they're made by a British director, Gareth Evans. Gareth Edwards did Godzilla. Gareth Evans did The Raid. Yeah. And it's basically just about this cop with his wife, and the first one is very simple. It's like reverse Die Hard. Instead of trying to get out of a skyscraper, there's a SWAT team trying to get into a skyscraper and like take out a mob boss. So they have to like fight their way up through like 30 floors to get to the mob boss, but everything goes horribly wrong, and there's like a mole inside the operation. So like almost everyone gets killed like on the fifth floor, and then it's just like this one guy, this martial artist guy, who has to fight his way to the top, and it's just like nonstop action. And it's all emotionally driven too, but it's very visceral. Like it's really really brutal. It's very R-rated in terms of violence. Super graphic, but not like Zack Snyder graphic. I mean like very realistic graphic. It's a stylized film to be sure, but it's not like over the top, I guess, with the gore. It's like it happens like how you'd imagine it would happen. And then there's the second movie, which takes place 2 hours after the first movie. So it's just like it just goes right into the second one. And I like the second one more because the first Raid was the director's first project. So there are some there are some mistakes and stuff in it, and it's not as polished. The second one is like the Godfather 2 of action movies. Literally, it's like the second chapter, the second installment. It looks fantastic. It sounds fantastic. All the fight scenes are amazing. There's like the main character, Gareth Evans, actually found he was a cabbie driver in Indonesia, and he just found him driving, and he was like, "Hey, I like how you look. You want to be in an action movie?" But he's super fast. He's like as fast as Bruce Lee. There's a scene in the Raid 2 where he's like punching a wall. They didn't edit the footage at all, and it's like so fast that it looks like it's sped up. It's absolutely incredible. And I don't know if he actually did this for real or not, but there's like blood on his knuckles on the wall from him hitting it, even though it's like clothed, or like whatever. I geek out over it. It's just like, oh man, so good. There's like a scene also where he's like inside a prison bathroom stall, and the shot is like over the bathroom stall. So you have him on one side, and you have like 40 prisoners on the other side, just like ramming against the door. You know, it's clanking, the door's rattling, and like the pinholes start coming out of the door, and they fall off the hinges. So he lets two guys in, and it's still over the overhead shot. And he's like slamming around, breaking their heads into like the toilet. And then he like throws them out into the crowd, and the rest of them come in, and like they surge into the bathroom and just like mash them against the wall. And it's like such a cool looking shot. Pure cinema. That's what I live for. Fantastic movies. Shoot. The Raid died. No, not the Raid. The stream died right in the middle of my Raid gush. Dang it. Probably didn't even hear half of that. Crud. I was like really into it too. I was like going on about how good it was and stuff. Shoot. I really missed most of it. Well, I'm not repeating it. Anyway, you can probably pick up the Raid and the second one for like $20. You know, they're $10 each at Best Buy, or you can rent them for less. They are foreign language films, but I feel like more people should watch foreign language films, not just like artsy stuff, but like action movies like The Raid and stuff. And there are other like Drunken Master, like Jackie Chan films that are definitely worth checking out. Yeah, okay. The Raid. Yeah, the last thing you heard was the Raid bathroom fight. So I mean, you pretty much got the gist of it. Yeah, there are subtitles, and you can watch the English dub too, but I'm not really for dubbing. I think it just takes away from the authenticity. Like, you don't actually hear the real actors' voices, so the emotion is stinted, if you know what I mean. And if it's not synced up, it breaks the immersion for me. Reading subtitles is super easy, at least for me. I've always been a really good reader. I know for some people it's hard. I don't blame them. IP Man. The thing about IP Man is the action is cool, but I don't know, the story, especially like the second and third one, I'm not a huge fan of it, and the acting isn't that good at all. But the action's good. I think that's what saves it. You know, it's very action based. The story's okay, but the acting isn't. Donnie Yen's a good martial artist, but not a great actor, in my opinion. I don't know. I haven't seen him outside the IP Man franchise. I think it was Dragon Master or something, and Rogue One. He's pretty stiff, in my opinion. Good martial artist though. Shoot, I was gonna say something else. Dang it. What was I gonna say? Oh, okay. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Yeah, you're gonna probably hate me for this. I don't like it. I tried getting into it. Like I like some Wuxia stuff. I can't remember he's one of my favorite foreign directors from Japan, or is it China? I can't remember his name, but he did The Assassin, which was on Netflix for a while. It's super art house. I don't think many of you would like it, but it's very interesting. The Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, I thought was like all the dialogue was very on the nose, generic. All the fights just seemed way too fake. It's not that they were too over choreographed. I like over choreographed action. It's like a dance. I like the Matrix stuff, I like the John Wick stuff. Ironically, both have Keanu Reeves in it. But I wasn't a fan of like how it just felt fake. You know, I could like tell where the wires were that were like lifting them up. I didn't like it very much. And I tried watching like some other stuff by I think the same guy. No, okay, that was Ang Lee who did Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, who also did the Hulk movie that everyone hates. Not the Edward Norton one, the other one. He did Life of Pi though, which had a terrible ending and beginning, but great like middle portion. A very good visual film. I tried watching like what was it? Not Hidden Fortress. That's Akira Kurosawa. Yeah, Hulk 2003. That's the Hulk that I'm talking about. I watched Hero, and shoot, there was another one that the director did after Hero, or is it before Hero? I think I talked about it on Twitter once, but that was when I only had 30 followers. I think it was like House of Flying Daggers. That may have been it. Yeah, House of Flying Daggers. That's what it was. They have good action, but the problem is that the story is so bad. Like the script sucks. And like I am surprised that it has such high acclaim. It's like outside of the visuals, it's a horrible like Hero's okay. It's not great. The action's pretty cool, but the story's very meh. Or like very melly executed, in my opinion. House of Flying Daggers, though, man, that blew. I had a really hard time watching that whole thing. It sucked. No, this is Sparta comes from Zack Snyder's The 300, which I enjoy quite a lot, actually. I haven't seen it in a while, so maybe I changed my mind. Maybe I wouldn't like it as much. I saw it like last time I saw it was like 2-3 years ago. But I like that sort of thing. I like Zack Snyder as a director. He's pretty much like an edgy 12-year-old trapped inside a 40-year-old man's body, you know. So you just gotta take his movies for what they are. They're not like some deep metaphorical stuff. They're very simplistic. They kind of try hard, but I can appreciate like the gritty kind of edgelord sort of vibe that Zack Snyder has. Like the only Zack Snyder movies that I don't like too much are Guardians of Gahul and Batman v Superman, and they both look fantastic. It's just the story isn't good enough to match the visuals. Man of Steel at least had an interesting like character for Superman, even though like the Pa Kent death scene was just probably one of the most retarded things I've ever seen in theaters. 300 was very simplistic and exactly what it was. It was like totally consistent. That's what I mean. It didn't clash with itself. And it was a really fun watch, very solid, and it looked awesome. No, Guardians of Gahul. No, not Guardians of the Galaxy. This is the story about like the owls or whatever. The film looks amazing, but again, the story is not good at all. Oh shoot, I haven't seen Sucker Punch yet. I need to see that. Just because it's a Zack Snyder film, I need to see it. Visually, it probably looks great, but I don't know. I've heard the story's like super try hard. Ugh. I almost said it. I'm not a huge Guardians of the Galaxy fan, to be honest. I like the second one more than the first. But I'm not going to talk about Marvel. It's not like I have the problem with Marvel movies. There's not like a single, like not a default problem. The thing is that they're just not movies for me. I can understand why people enjoy them. They have attachments to the comic book characters. They live in this, the world that they've created. That's cool. But to me, it's like, it's just not something I'm that into. It's not my taste. I don't like that sort of thing very much. There are a few movies from Marvel I enjoy quite a lot, like the Iron Man movies. But I like them more because they're probably the most experimental stuff Marvel has done. They're basically improv comedies, essentially. I find that hilarious. Like they're not like over calculated like Thor or whatever. They're like it legitimately feels like Robert Downey Jr. shows up on set with Jon Favreau or Shane Black, and they're just like, all right, let's wing it, and the result is just, I don't know, fantastic in my opinion. Well, they are mass produced. They're made for like the largest demographic possible. So you don't. They could make better movies. I think they could make way better movies, but it wouldn't be like what people want to see, and that's fine. Not everything needs to be art house. And I'm not saying they'd have to make an art house film for it to be better. They just like fix a couple of things. In my personal take on it. A lot of that happened. Well, it was very style over substance. The director John Woo is this very over the top Hong Kong director, I think. He did like a ton of like over the top action movies, like Hard Boiled. He did Face Off with like Nicolas Cage, John Travolta. Oh, okay. Well, it is very style over substance, but there was a lot of improv. Strangely enough, Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation. It was a lot like Dead Man's Chest, Pirates of the Caribbean. They started filming before they had a script, so what they did was they filmed all the action set pieces and made the goals of the action kind of vague, of the set pieces kind of vague, so that way they could fill it in with scenes in between that the writers were working on. A lot of people don't know that, actually. To me, it gives it a very kinetic energy, though. I love Dead Man's Chest from Pirates of the Caribbean and Mission Impossible 4, no, or 5, sorry, Rogue Nation. I don't like Rogue Nation as much as Fallout or Dead Man's Chest, but I appreciate like the level of like just kinetic energy the whole thing has. Like it doesn't weigh the movie down at all. It's a very light romp. Mission Impossible 5 is. Dead Man's Chest has a lot more substance to it and better action, but it's the same kinetic energy. It's just so crazy. It's like one of the seriously, Dead Man's Chest is like one of the craziest things I've ever seen before. It just does not let up. It's fantastic. Okay, it's 11:14. 2001: A Space Odyssey? Focus. Yeah, I think everyone should watch it. Everyone should give it a chance. It's like, it's a landmark. Even if you don't like it, you gotta say you at least gave it a shot. It's not like an average movie. It's very different. So you can't go in expecting like a grand overarching plot or like character development. It's more of an experience than a concrete story. It's very abstract. It's high art house cinema, Oh, this is fantastic. I just get to talk about movies for 2 hours. So this is what I dream of doing. Great. I need to use the restroom again. Here, hang on a second. I'm not too sure if my sandals are too big or too small. My sandals fit flops. I don't know, are they too big or too small? Because like when I walk, they like go over a bit. I don't know. And I have horrible athlete's foot. That's great. Absolutely fantastic. I did not notice that. Oh, you can't hear me. I said I don't know if these flip flops are like too big or too small. Because like when I walk, like the toe goes out over a bit, but I don't know. They fit over the feet pretty well, for the most part. Now is that too big or too small? Like it's loose, pretty loose, but I don't know. I also said that I have horrible athlete's foot. I probably should have like done something about that before I came here. Oh well. Come on. Why is this sticker not coming off? Crap. Well, whatever. Fine. Be that way. I think I ate all the meat in here. That's the most important part, I guess. I can't eat anymore. I'm just gonna have to save this. I'm done. I'm gonna have to like snack on it or something. I just feel like I'm gonna pass out. Maybe I'm just nervous. I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous. Here's the thing though. I'm wondering, am I more nervous to meet them or are they more nervous to meet me? I don't know. It's probably goes both ways. If you were meeting me, who do you think would be more nervous, me or you? Are you guys scared of me? Here. Stick this in here. And finding gold inside a log and then losing the log. I don't know, that sounds a bit like Deliverance, almost, but I don't remember if there was any gold in that movie. That was just kind of like people out in like the forest getting attacked by savages or something. A lot like Green Inferno by Eli Roth. I haven't seen that, but it's kind of like same idea, same principle. Shoot, all right. I'm trying to think. Gold inside a log. I don't know, it's not ringing any bells. It probably was like a made-for-TV movie, maybe like on TNT or something. That sounds about right. Do you remember like what year it was? Because if you look up like You could probably just look up that summary on Google and you'd be able to find it. Like just look up, like if you type in the year with a summary, it might pop up somewhere. Nope, still not Leo. I haven't seen every movie. I've seen like 1,300, 1,500 movies, and that's including like TV shows and anime, but I haven't seen very many. Probably like 100 anime, 100 TV shows, so like maybe 1,200 movies even, which it sounds like a lot, but like compared to like other people that are like really into movies, they've seen like, I don't know, like 4,000. I'm like way behind. And the problem is that like I like watching stuff that's very specific to my taste. I don't like watching stuff that's kind of like that doesn't really interest me that much. I used to just like watch anything. I used to watch 2 movies a day actually when I was in Mississippi because I had nothing to do. Just like download movies off of Netflix because they recently added that feature. I did see some cool stuff though, like Bong something Ho, the guy who did Snowpiercer and Okja for Netflix. Well, Okja was for Netflix specifically. Snowpiercer just later moved to the platform. It had like Chris Evans in it. It was the movie about the train and the ice apocalypse. I really liked it. The host really good though. It's like a cool subversion of like the monster genre, like the sea creature monster genre. I liked it a lot. Train to Busan, such a good movie. It's so sad though, honestly. It's hard not to start crying at the end. It's probably one of the better zombie movies I've seen too. That, I don't know, maybe that's not saying much because there's not like a lot of great zombie movies out there. Like off the top of my head, all I can think of is like Shaun of the Dead and Train to Busan or whatever. Okay, well you enjoy your meal. Eat healthy. Have fun. Oh. It's a battery life on this. 38%. That's not bad. Okay, let me check and see how everything is going over on everyone else's end. not right. Dang it. Come on. I said if this got like a couple thousand views, I'd get a tattoo of the first message posted to the first live stream. But I just wrote it on my arm instead with a pen. Hello. Hopefully it doesn't leave a bad impression. It's not an actual tattoo. I just thought in honor of everyone watching this. I also wrote Roblox for life because that's just the way I roll. Hopefully it'll wash off by the end of the day. Throw up all those Roblox gang signs at Brick Fair. Very cool.
The airport authority's project during construction is underway, and we apologize for any inconvenience. Please note that taxi service can be found on the lower level, just outside bag lanes number 3 and 10.
Oh wait, hang on. I was wondering where this was. I just remembered. Because like I thought I packed deodorant, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, I did. Just in the other bag. I don't know. Just like it's kind of sweaty in here, you know what I'm saying? There, now I feel a little bit better about myself. $11.32. When I was on the flight, when I was on the flight to Chicago, there was this. It's weird. The last flights I've taken, this one and the last one that I took, I ran into like these spiritually enlightened people, and usually they're just like, for the most part, they're just like full of it, you know. It's just like, sure, whatever works for you, man, but can you just shut up? It's just like everyone just like talks all the time. I know, ironic coming from me who's been talking the whole time during this live stream, but I mean that's what the whole thing is for. But it's like, just stop trying to sell me this idea, please. You know. Anyway, somehow I mentioned like, you know, the channel or whatever, and she like texted the name of it to her friends, and it was like the BCC After Hours. That's what I had mentioned. So now I'm like, oh shoot. Now I'm like incredibly self-aware, and I'm like, dang it, I don't crud. Content's probably not that good. They don't even have the link to the main channel on the second channel, so they're not even going to know the other channel exists. So all they're going to see is like the secondary work. Dear Lord, crud. I don't know. Anyway, she was talking about this this program she's in. It's called the Dream Life, the Dream Builders Project. That's what it is. It sounds so much like a cult. It's like she said, you spend money and you get money back. Like if she buys a certain type of soda, like a certain type of soda, like a 12 pack, and she spends like $20 on it or whatever, she gets $10 of that back somehow. And then she uses like this other app on her phone to like, pyramid scheme. Is that what I'm talking about? I'm not too familiar with this sort of thing. It's a pyramid scheme, right? I think. I'll wait for an answer. The lag, sorry. Yeah, I think it's a pyramid scheme. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not very good with those terms. Yeah, it's a pyramid scheme, I guess. I think she did mention that. And she also has this app that like gets her, like she gets gift cards for like ratings stuff. It's super weird, and like their motivational speakers, stuff like that just like gets under my skin, you know. I try to be polite a bit. I do like to be open to stuff, but I don't like it just feels so culty, you know? I don't like that. I just don't shoot, I don't know. Like I don't like people again, this is very ironic. I don't like people sitting around listening to like one person talk about something and then just being like super emotionally invested in it, you know? I mean, not like the live stream, but like on a weird spiritual level. That just is like freaky to me, and not like in an unfamiliar way. It just feels wrong. You know, it's not like it's unfamiliar or it's like, oh, it's different, so I'm not going to give it a chance. It just feels messed up. You know, and then you get like benefits because you're in this certain group or whatever. It's just like, yeah, I think it's messed up. It feels like you're like taking advantage of the system, in my opinion. Now, I think if there, in many systems, like systems that you work, like your work, your job, whatever, if you see an advantage, you take it, right? For the most part. But I feel like living off of taking advantage in like a bad way. You know, there's one thing taking an opportunity. There's another thing of just like savaging the system that you're born into. That you become spiritually enlightened by the stream. Yeah. There's another thing like when you see an opportunity and you take it, you know, compared to just being a leech. And it sounds so much like being a leech because I don't. She works this job at Lowe's or whatever. I think, yeah, that's what she said. She said it's like a low-paying job, and she does like this like weird culty stuff on the side almost, and then gets like all these benefits from it. I don't know. I feel like that inhibits like they're trying to like encourage growth. I feel like that inhibits growth, in my opinion. You know, if you provide people with all this stuff, they're never gonna grow. They're never gonna change. And that's my belief, at least. I don't know. She didn't explain it very well, and she was like a very loose sort of woman. You know, she like just like I don't know. It was a little bit off-putting, if you know what I mean. I don't know if you've come across those people that are just like not carefree, but they're just like loose. That's the only way I could describe it. Sort of like that. It just gets under my skin, you know. A lot of things get under my skin. I guess like a lot of people have things get under their skin. To me, it's like cults. That gets under my skin. When people don't think it's a cult, but it really is or whatever. When I was in Mississippi, I lived like 5 miles from this one guy who actually was a cult leader. Everyone in the community, he actually lived in this big, I think we were going to install a garage door, but the minutes found out about it and they decided not to. Huge, vast estate, and it was surrounded by this like giant, like metallic picket fence sort of thing. It wasn't like there was holes in the fence, but it was like a wall fence, you know, and it was made out of like stone and like metal, and there were like these golden lions on pillars and stuff that went around the property, and like a lot of trees. It was like very southern, very rural, very culty looking, and there was like not a mansion, but like a relatively decent sized place, like right in the center of the property. And that's where he lived. And the community lived in like these bare minimum essential houses around the property or just like in the area. And they donated a lot of their work, their money towards him. and like they gave him all this stuff, and he like gave them like spiritual enlightenment or whatever. I kind of wanted to go meet him at one point, just to, like see what he was like. Oh, here, wait. Okay, here. Those birds I was talking about. Here they are. Yeah. Let me see how close I can get. I don't think they'll let me get any closer. Anyway, they're kind of trapped in here, a bit like me. They're not waiting for Leo, though. That's the difference. I guess people just don't. That's the thing. People don't like being independent, I guess. I guess I'm a little bit like that too. As independent as I like to try and be, I do like having like someone kind of not lord over me a bit, but someone who can like keep me in check or something. You know, I need someone like that in my life. But there's other people that like take it to a weird, like unhealthy degree when it comes to a cult. Like they depend mind, body, and soul on like one individual, and they give it all to this one guy. I don't know, to me that's just like super weird. Super weird. I need a moderator, yeah. I don't need a wife, I need a moderator. That's what I need. But yeah, that's just people that they either aren't willing to like think for themselves. Maybe they think for themselves, but they like someone having like dominance over them, I guess, like being controlled. Cults are interesting, but like coming like face to face with like people from cults, it's off-putting. And I've been like close to people like that, not like close like friendship wise. I mean like close like in physical proximity to people like that, and they're like their aura. You know, like it's not like people have like a magic aura, but like their personality aura. Like you can tell when you're next to them that just something's off. They look happy, but they're just like it's just not like. It's not normal, you know? I don't even think you have to be in a cult to be like that. There are plenty of people who aren't in cults who behave like they are in one. They're like super naive, super gullible, and they're like incredibly stubborn in their belief in like one thing, and they'll just talk about that forever, you know? Yeah. I like TV shows about cults, though. True Detective. Oh, man. Such a good show. Superfans. Yeah, Superfans actually would kind of count. Yeah. Yeah, that actually would. That is a bit like a cult, you know. I think a lot of actors have cults dedicated to them, you know. Maybe not in a spiritual way. What do you think about the James Gunn situation? I kind of agree with, like, Just Too Good and the Guardians of the Galaxy cast. To me, how it works is just like, if you're going to fire James Gunn over tweets he made 10 years ago, may as well fire Robert Downey Jr. for actually breaking the law, doing cocaine. And like, I think he actually abused some people as well before he like cleaned up. I think like if you beat up people for mistakes they made in the past, like James Gunn like 10 years ago, or Robert Downey Jr. for 20 years ago, you're basically saying, may as well give up because you can't change. I think that's super unproductive. I just think it's incredibly stupid. And even if James Gunn is like a despicable person, he's not what people claim he is. He made horrible jokes, you know, they're just joke tweets. And even if they're like he went overboard with it, you know, they have so much worse people working for them at this point. Like, I mean, really, you're gonna tell me? Yeah, that's basically what they're saying. If you ever do anything bad, you can never change. That's what they're saying essentially. The Me Too movement is just like eating everybody up essentially. Whereas maybe it's not as big as it was, but it's just like anyone can accuse anyone of anything, and it just sticks. You know. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I think about the whole James Gunn thing. I think they should just get him back, honestly. He seems like a decent enough guy. His fan interactions have been relatively fine, and he hasn't posted anything like that in 10 years, by the way. 10 years is a decade. That's a long time. That's half of the amount of time that I've been alive on Earth. Are you telling me people can't change in that amount of time? I certainly have. Well, I mean, because of, well, obviously because I'm going through a changing period. Oh, Leah just landed. Yeah, I mean, I obviously am developing as an adult because, like, brain development, body development, all that stuff, whatever, fine. But I'm saying that is a long time. I think it's just ridiculous. It's a horrible double standard. It's just stupid. If it was a woman who had done that, they wouldn't have fired her. I don't think so. At least it's very biased. At least that's my 2 cents on it. If James Gunn had actually done something and been accused of something, then, like, yeah, sure. But he hasn't been accused of anything. He hasn't done anything illegal. He hasn't done anything wrong. He just made some pretty offensive jokes a decade ago. He probably will get hired back, I think. Because, like, the whole Guardians of the Galaxy cast, they're kind of up in arms about it. I don't think any director in Hollywood would want to take James Gunn's shoes. Imagine being the guy who's hired to replace James Gunn, and the Guardians of the Galaxy cast does not want that person there. Imagine how horrible that would be. Like, I know Pratt has, like, this giant contract with Marvel, but he's rich enough, he could just say screw it and walk away. And what would they do then? They could just, like, the whole cast could just say we're not going to work. They could probably get him back. I don't know. I'm not trying to be, like, too offensive and stuff. When I said about, like, if a woman had said those things, I probably wouldn't have fired her. I'm not, like, horribly sexist or biased. I'm just saying, like, Hollywood is much more lenient towards women in general because of all the political things happening at the moment. I have to double back and make sure I look good. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even like talking about Hollywood that much anymore. I want to get into movies, but I don't want to get into Hollywood, if that makes sense. I don't mind making movies for Hollywood if that's the case, but I don't want to get involved in, like, the all the social aspects. Yeah, I don't know. That is, oh, Leo has landed. Yay. Yeah, rumors spread. Well, it is that high school? Well, it doesn't matter. Grade school, high school. Kids love to gossip. Kids are freaking evil, man. No offense to you. I'm just saying, like, the majority of kids are just horrible people. I don't know. Yeah, anybody can accuse anyone of anything, really. There's a line that was like a political line that someone said a while ago. I think it was in real life. I don't think it was from a movie, but it was basically this politician accused this guy of something outrageous, and one of the publicists for him said, "This isn't going to stick. It's too out there." And then the guy said, I don't want to hear that. I just want to hear him deny it. If you say, like, no, I didn't do that. I feel like by proxy that makes you feel guilty. Like, that makes other people think that you're guilty almost. Hearing someone deny something is almost like an admission of guilt. Like, in today's world. Yeah, I just want to hear him deny it. It just, like, stokes the fire or whatever, some Dark Knight quote. Okay, so he is getting his bag. I wonder if they have a water fountain around here. I'm getting thirsty again. All this talking. That's the thing about sunglasses. You get these red marks on either side of your nose. At least that's worse for me. Okay, I'm gonna switch to split screen. So, go to messaging. I'm a bit of a silly goose. How do I look? Do I look cool? Do I look intimidating? I hope so. I don't know where they're gonna come from. They're probably just gonna come from down there, I bet. I don't know. Let's how much of a charge do I have? It's like a 50% charge. 50% charge. Let's go ahead and angle it this way. Oh, thank you. The whole plane flight, I was listening to, I can't remember what the name of the song is. It's a collaboration between Joji and Nicki from 88 Rising. I think you just look up their YouTube channel. Super great song. It's like kind of bluesy and jazzy, and then it gets to like this R&B kind of hard, heavy beat, and then like Joji comes in with like this really angelic sort of high note lyrics. It's such a catchy song, and like it's just such a mood, you know. I'll probably tweet it after this. Check out the 88 Rising channel. They have so much good alternative stuff there. Like lots of Asian influenced, you know, rap, hip hop stuff. Again, Joji's stuff is fantastic. Head in the Clouds, that Nicki collaboration, his In Tongues EP, Chloe Burbank album. I love that stuff. Yes, I am a Twitter addict. Shush. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get a good angle. I'm just gonna keep it like this, and I'll look out for him. No, you, yeah. By the way, what do you guys do in your spare time? I'm like curious, what do most people do in their spare time? Because in my spare time, I don't know, I've never, like when people ask, what are your hobbies? I don't have like a very large range of hobbies. I like watching movies, I like making videos. That's pretty much it. LQ says I'm very shallow, but I don't know. I'm not a very layered individual when it comes to hobbies. I'm just like, I'm like Howard Hughes almost. I stay in my room and I do like one thing. That's it. Relatively frequent singles released. I prefer infrequent full albums just because I like when singles are released, but the thing is, there's singles like leading up to an album. So what happens is they'll release the best singles from the album, right? And like you're listening to them for like a month because they're so good, and then the whole album drops later. And the problem is that you've already listened to the highlights of the album, so like the weaker parts, and they're not bad, but like the weaker parts of the album is you can't really get into it as much, you know. I prefer when a whole album drops and you can just, it's like watching a movie for the first time. You're kind of surprised and there's like a flow to the album. I like that. Obviously, if an artist decides to release singles, then that's fine. You know, I mean, Joji does that all the time. But the thing is, though, he like releases singles and then he like makes a whole EP and then puts the singles that he made into the EP. I do prefer a whole album, though, in general. Which is why I like a lot of retro wave stuff. They'll like release like one track and then they'll release like a whole 2-hour-long album. Hero by Alex, check that out. It's some of the music I used in the most recent vlog. Super good. And I'm getting a call from Leo. I'm gonna let this play for a bit though, because I like the song I have for my ringtone. The window. Here, hang on a second. I can't talk to him when I'm on stream, so I'll be right back. So it's not broken. I said I'd be back. So I tried calling Leo twice. He doesn't answer. I don't know why, but his his voice messaging, like his pre-recorded message, he sounds like a Skyrim NPC for some reason. Good old Leo. Hello? Oh, there we go. I'm right outside the Chick-fil-A. Yeah, if you go up to like where like the food court area is, if you just like take a left and just walk down straight, you'll see it. Yep. I don't know which term are you flying United or Delta? Oh, well, okay. Well, I mean, if you're flying United or Delta, if you just go down to like where baggage is, you go down the stairs, you go to where baggage is, and then you just keep going straight after you get to baggage. There will be like an escalator to your right that goes up. It'll take you right to the food court. Okay, sure. All right, see ya. Zippity ski day, he does not know the way. Hashtag Ugandan Knuckles. You do not know the way. My goodness. Every time someone references a Ugandan Knuckles meme, someone in Africa dies. En een jävla helvete. January meme detected. I like using dead memes as a meme, like it being a dead meme is a meme. I like that sort of thing. It's so cringy, it's funny. Like if you find someone who unironically uses like the Ugandan Knuckles meme, that's just like a treasure trove of cringe. It's so good. Too bad it was killed too early. But it was so funny watching Ugandan Knuckles like overtake the internet. It's just because it was so stupid. It made it so much better how stupid it was, and then like the media got so upset over it. Ugandan Knuckles, the problematic meme, and just like a poorly drawn Knuckles avatar, CGI'd and 3D modeled into VR chats. It's just I'll be right back again. Hang on. Where'd my glasses go anyways? Oh, there they are.
The local time is 12 o'clock p.m.
The Airport Authority project during construction is underway, and we apologize for any inconvenience. Please note that taxi service can be found on the lower level, just outside bag lanes number 3 and 10. Thank you for using Reagan National Airport.
losing this man. I just can't really. That's okay. You're the other way. I'm trying to understand the new times effect on you. Still nothing quite yet. My stomach's rumbling. I'm super nervous, actually. Ugh. That might be why I can't eat, actually. We have to eat afterwards. Is that them up there? I'll just hold up like the okay hand as like a signal. Hey guys, look, it's me. How much of a charge does this have? Once they get here, I don't know if I'll keep streaming. I think Leo might have his family with him. I don't know. I don't know if I want to get them on stream or not. Still nothing yet. Did someone call me? I don't think so. No, no one did. Leo's like freakishly tall from what I've heard. Freak. Oh, we'll see how this goes. Legendary meetup, guys. You know why I'm wearing a hat? It's because my hair gets ridiculously curly in humid weather. It's my disguise. So what I do is I cheat. I don't use hair products. I just mat everything down with a hat, so it just looks like an anime character, man. Look at that. I've already met LQ, and that was it. I haven't met anyone else yet. Oh boy, ow, my back. I've got a bit of a bad back. It's not like anything major, but after lifting all those doors in Mississippi, like we actually put up this 36 or 38 foot tall steel sectional panel door that arrived in a semi once in this giant warehouse. And then we also put up one giant roll door for NASA. Yeah, I've been inside like NASA before. Nothing like fancy. I just like the rockets they were making and stuff, like the actual like the rocket parts. Not like the internal mechanisms, but like the funnels. I wasn't too impressed, honestly. I thought they'd be bigger, but they weren't. But yeah, lots of like heavy like lifting, and at the time I wasn't very strong. Like I'm still not very strong, but I was like really, really skinny, like a wet noodle. So I ended up like compressing. I think I've compressed some vertebrae back. I'm back. I know the lag. It's weird. I've seen so many people come through the airport that look a lot like Harvey Weinstein for some reason. Not that they're like too identical, but just like the general shape and like the scruff and like the nose. It's not a bad look at all. They're not like ugly. I'm just saying they look like they resemble Harvey Weinstein to a degree, which is kind of unsettling a little bit. I also saw a Stephen Colbert look-alike. I swear he was like exactly the same looking as Stephen Colbert. I'm not a fan of this. I'm just saying he looks exactly like him. There we go. Oh, that's not Leo and Mace. That's actually the police up there. They're not looking for me though. Not that they'd have to. Not that I goodness. I'm just digging a hole for myself. I should stop talking. Where are they? Any minute now. Been here 2 hours, 16 minutes. Mock creatures and backgrounds. Like I said, kids are evil. Kids are cool, but you know, sometimes they're pretty evil. You gotta take care of them so they don't turn out evil. If you don't take care of them, then yeah, they'll definitely turn out evil. Not all kids are like Jack. No way. What direction are they like coming from? Like where are they? They're just gonna come from both directions. They're gonna surround me. They come from this way. I'm gonna have like a heart attack. This is killing me. Here, wait, let me see. Can you guys hear my heart? Wait, here, let's see. Do you hear that? You hear the thumping? And I'm getting a call from Leo. Someone probably slipped on a banana peel and broke their neck. Yeah, here, this is the right side. This is the left side for me. So right, left. Yeah, this is my right hand, this is my left hand. Because the image is mirrored, it's in selfie mode. I've tried fixing it, but I can't. I'm referring to the stream. Yeah. Oh boy. I don't feel so good. Whew. I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack. It's the anticipation, man. I can handle it once it gets here, just the anticipation. Segways. Obadiah Stane, greatest fashion model alive. Oh, shut up. He's not. You big meanie. I heard someone like run. I just heard someone like run behind me. What was that? I want to get a good angle for like when they get here and like initiate some actual like real good old cringe. I feel bad. Like I should go find them. I feel like they're lost. How can you get lost though? It's so easy to get up here. And everyone sounds like Leo now. It's horrible.
The Airport Authority's project-driven construction is underway, and we apologize for any inconvenience. Please note that taxi service can be found on overlook just outside bag lanes number 3 and 10. Thank you for using Reagan International
Oh. Goodness. You're just making me more nervous, guys. Stop trying to give me a heart attack. It's not helping. Deep breath. Boy. See, this is what I told you. If I don't have control over the situation, I start to freak out. Oh, boy. I'm getting dizzy, actually. Boy. I don't know, try standing up. Is that a good thing to do if you're feeling dizzy? Stand up. Stand up for what you believe in. Little VeggieTales mantra. Why are they taking so long? It's killing me. Oh man. This is horrible. This is so horrible. Are they gonna show up? Orion.ex has stopped working. Boy. Watch, I'll stand up to greet them and I'll fall over. Horrible first impression. Yeah, all of BCC is going, yes. Where? Where is everybody? Leo and Mace just don't show up, topped in anime betrayals. Dang it. Where are these guys? Just come to the Chick-fil-A. It's not that hard, guys. Leo, wherefore art thou? Oh, you live in Sweden? Wow. Hey, Sweden, brofist. Become a part of the bro army. How's it going, goes? Bros, PewDiePie, brofist. This is not good for my health. I watch PewDiePie though, so. Finna die. I swear, they have been here for a half hour. Where are they? Where? Super nervous. Come on.
Honestly, not Oh,
If I don't eat, it might. I know you can't starve in 24 hours, guys. Dang. Come on. I know I dropped out of high school, but I know a couple things. I got a GED the day after I dropped out. Sheesh. If Leo creeps up behind me, someone's gonna get punched. It's just inevitable. Duh. Leo, if you're watching this, do not creep up behind me. Oh my goodness. I gotta text them. Where are they? Is that Leo? No, it's not. Where? It's been an eternity. Where are they? It's literally, the airport is just 2 floors with this segment. Where's everybody? All they have to do is just go up. It's literally all they have to do. Now I'm not even scared, now I'm just mad. Okay, yeah, I'll replace the fear with the anger. Knees weak, palms are sweaty, there's sweater on his mom's spaghetti. Shout memes at them. Where are you? Why are you guys discussing how long it takes to die from starvation and dehydration? There's other things at stake here, guys. Oh, there they are. Finally. There we go. Hey, it's your boy. How you guys doing?
Requesting and listening.
Not that long. How you guys
I do. I carry all my by the hand.
You can say hi.
Streaming?
Yeah, this is the stream. You guys can. We've been. I don't know. I've been
Crashing.
Crashing. Where's the family?
Family?
Oh,
They went separate ways.
I don't know exactly.
They're gonna
Yeah,
go see
what-
my senator.
Did you guys leave them? You just left them behind.
Yeah, we did show.
Gonna go give the senator a piece of.
I'm probably gonna stop streaming so I can hang out with these
You
guys.
probably should
Probably should.
when you get to the metro.
Oh no.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
now we need to go.
Okay, so see ya.